All right, we got a 2015 Passat, check engine light on. Scanned it, P2006. Intake runner stuck closed. We checked vacuum supply from the brake vacuum pump. It was good. Check this nipple here. Make sure there was no like little like plastic chunks or anything like micro clogging. It was fine. Check this hose, the integrity of it. Good, holding vacuum. Checked operation of the solenoid, good. Basically the runner flap must have a warp inside of it, and it's not allowing it to open and close properly, triggering the fault. So we're gonna go ahead, replace this intake manifold, and we're gonna clean the carbon on the valves while we're in there. Let's get going. What are you gonna need? T30, 1/4 inch, 8-inch extension, 1/4 inch, 7mm socket, 1/4 inch, 13 wrench, ratcheting with a flex head if possible, some valve scraping tools, a good vacuum that you're willing to like throw away probably at the end. Really that's about it. I already have this T30 loose from the inspection.
T30 is where?
Right here.
Gotcha.
Map sensor, fuel line, get that up and out of the way. Alright, let's get the T30s off here. Let's see those. Unplug the throttle body.
Harness in the throttle body.
Unplug the injector harness.
Squeeze.
Unplug the knock sensor. And unplug the intake runner position sensor. I like to disconnect this whole hose. Flip. Flip. This leaves less room for error for the vacuum supply when you reassemble the whole thing. T30's on.
T30.
The oil filter.
Just crack it with the oil.
Well, we'll let the oil drain down first, yeah. You'll feel it once it gets loose.
The vent, yeah, I saw the vent.
You saw the vent? Okay, go up to the vent, let that thing bleed off for a minute. 7mm.
7mm for the charge pipe. Grabbing a pick to work the pipe. $13. Is that for the support bracket?
Yep, for the support. We're going to take the 13 nut right off there.
13 nut, I'll show you more.
Okay, right there.
It's on the bottom of that right there. The bottom dead center of the screen. That support right there.
T30 for the fuel line. Take these two harnesses out of the support guide. Let's get these out of here. Pop out these
210s. Back in there. So you got 210s, one there, and then one right there.
So it's out. What I do is take an inverted Torx. This is an E8. There is real tools to do this with, but I like this inverted Torx. Tap it on the stud. Oh, maybe a little harder of a tap. Yeah. Take the stud out.
Caveman style.
Vice. We're gonna get that out of here. We're not gonna reuse that. Our filter, we got a pretty good drain on that.
Remove the oil filter.
Oil filter.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're gonna unplug the runner position and start, use your thumb, start working this rubber support off. Okay, we're free of that. Okay, pretty loose here. Now you want to come up and tilt back. Okay. This position, flip it. Take off your harness guard.
Off the harness.
Take this with it. So my guess is the amount of carbon on here is just hanging it up and it's not opening when it's supposed to. Then get ready to get cleaned up. The valves are pretty disgusting. Let's shine the light right in there. You can see number 4 is open. And it's a weird angle you got there, but you can tell in my pick right down in there. That's the open cylinder, so we're not going to do anything here. See that angle? Is that better?
Yeah, I can see it.
You see that it's open?
Yep.
Okay, the rest of them are pretty nasty. We're getting close on this. So then we're going to go in with a scraping tool and just work the heavy stuff free from the valves. You can see some pretty big chunks of stuff coming out of there. Give the walls a little scrape. Okay.
And we're doing these for all 4, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm currently doing a chemical cleaning process. I'd like to upgrade to a walnut shell, like a media blasting cleaning process here in the very near future. Kind of sick of the chemical exposure. So fill them up. I got this car pretty hot before we started this. That helps the chemical actually break down what's in there a lot easier.
And we're only doing the closed ones.
Yeah, only doing the closed ones. This is the BGISC. This stuff's pretty strong. I'm sure you can't get this in California. I mean, you probably can't even get water in California. But this stuff will grow a third arm. All right, let's clean them out. 2412 point. This motor, I recommend a shorter 1/2" ratchet to get down in there. Gonna crank the motor around until we get that valve closed. Get off the heavy stuff.
Taking off the heavy.
Up. Toxic waste chemicals. Cleaned out. Cleaned up our guides. Slide them all back in. That. On. Little silicone splatter here. Gonna thread this through that little crack there. T30. T30. Alright, now you want to slide it this way. Kind of work it down in there. Get the harnesses, this will make it easier. Get that out of the way. Oh, fucker. It's holding me up here. Oh, yeah. All right, get your rubber bumper. Get that thing right in.
That guy right there.
Okay. All right.
Installing the T30s.
I put 30s in place where I had the studs. Lots of cars come with just 30s, some come with the studs. I think the studs on this particular car only make it easier when they assemble it. So I'm gonna obviously get 2 more bolts for that. Let's get these guys plugged in. Knock sensor, injector harness, clip the throttle body to the manifolds. We're not going to plug this in yet until we get to 7. Let's get the plug here to the solenoid. What do we got? I ordered the tires. Of course I ordered the tires.
Ask about Art.
Dude, Art hasn't done anything. I'm opening a VTA now. That's my new vacuum line plug back in. And bracket to the manifold. Let's get that guy on there. plug in the sensor for the intake manifold runner flap. Get your 13
Where's that sensor?
right there.
Gotcha. Right over there.
Get your 13 on for the support.
13 nut, the support bracket.
Plug here in place. Plug in the throttle body. Start them loose. Fuel supply line. Back in the guides. Map sensor. Lock it in. Filter.
Let's go on the oil filter.
This is 25 newton meters if you were wondering. Flip the air box in. T30 to secure it. Vacuum hose filter. Flip her down. Got 2 bolts to replace the 2 studs.
Ready? Oh yeah. She runs. We'll do an outro and some tools if you can think of them.
15 Passat. Intake manifold. Valve decarbon. What are you going to need? T30, 1/4 inch, 8-inch extension, 1/4 inch. 7mm socket, 1/4 inch, 13 wrench, ratcheting with a flex head if possible, some valve scraping tools, a good vacuum that you're willing to like throw away probably at the end. Really that's about it. Should be good to go after that.
You get the 17 and the magnet?
No 17 and you don't really need a magnet.
Okay.
It's nice to have, yeah.
Alrighty, see you on the next.